Another project that me and my papa's working on. We're going to try to find, I think it was from the late 80s or early 90s, you could take the dually rear end off of a, well, like this 3500. I don't know. I'm not a big Chevy guy. Like I'm a neon dude, not one of these big truck guys, but I'm liking them. But you can put the dually bed on there instead of the flat bed and lower it down. It looks badass. I'll send you some pictures of it sometime. Now, this one's actually, it's got a little bit of Bondo here and there. We found this one in Virginia and got it shipped over to us for next to nothing. See, some of the stuff's missing, but it's gonna be a fun little project. Where you see PB Blaster, you know shit's about to happen. What happened with this one? We started working on it and started replacing two of the spark. Well, we was going to replace the spark plugs, and the first two broke off. Not exactly against the surface of the block, but pretty close. When you hear me talk about working on the tractor or working with the tractor, that's the tractor. It's a K24. It's not a real big one, but it's I mean, it's not small by any means. I'm able to do a lot of shit with that. I got the backhoe. Right now I got the blade attachment on it because we got flooded. And I've been trying to fix a lot of the gravel. There's my car sitting there waiting for me to magically come up with $3 grand to fix it. Oh shit. Here's listen to this story. I know I told you this one. My papa got this Tacoma ride. It's an old 2003 or 2 or something like that. Maybe even be sooner. But you know how they had the recall on the frame? He took it into Walter's Toyota there in Pikeville, and they said it was okay. The frame was all right. And so they just did like a respray of the frame. 2 weeks later, he gets to looking, bam. So by the time he called them that 2 weeks, they waited really late to take it over to the dealer to get looked at. And by then the recall was over and Toyota wouldn't do shit. So you can see what it looks like. And they make repair kits, but they're like $400 or $500 a side. You bolt the repair kit into place, and then you go back and weld it into the frame, and that's the most piddly frame I've ever seen. I mean, it is like, so it's thin, man. It's not a 1/4 inch. It's not quite an 1/8 inch. Whatever's between those two. Oh, here's that toe thing for that rollback that I was telling you about. See how it's got the gears on there? What was it? Archimedes said somebody said if you give me a lever, I can move the world. That's true, man. See, I came in here. Like I said, we got flooded, so I came in here and I put this berm in here to try to redirect some of the water over the hill. And instead of washing all the gravel down the road. My papa don't think it's gonna work. I'm like, man, I went to Morehead State University. I took hydrology. I know it'll work. doing some scrap. It's part of a dozer, that circular thing there, and then that's the front end to a Jeep Cherokee. Here's another Tacoma. This big camper RV thing we got is for sale. $10,000. This is my papa's Dilly. This is his. He bought this. This guy had. He had bought it and built it. The guy that my grandpa bought it from bought it and built it. Had a body kit on it. Lowered it. Had with the chrome wheels on it. Tinted windows. Had it really done up right. And my papa's. He has no mechanical sympathy on things. We've been using it to haul in scrap. But that guy, he had a truck, or he had a race car. You see how it says Drop Doctors on it for the springs they use. But he had a race car that was similarly colored and stuff, so it all matched his car, and he had a big old nice trailer. I might as well get even more off topic while I got you here, because I know I'll never get you here, or I will maybe someday. But this cabin, me and my grandpa and one other dude, or two other dudes actually, we relocated this cabin from a different place in Phelps. We took each little piece and numbered it, and then we transported it, up Beach Creek, which is several miles away, and then put it all back together and made some additions and stuff. And it's right off the pond. It's an old mining pond. You can see it too well, but there's fish in there. We used to have some 2 horses. One of them died. They had got whatever happens when the guts or the stomach gets twisted around, and we did try to do what the vet told us to do, but it didn't work, and it died. The other one, it was just too much upkeep. It had some issues with its feet, constantly having to do different things for it. But so we've been all hauling scrap. This all used to have scrap up and down this road, and we're finally trying to get it cleaned up. But this got totally eroded by the flood, and I've been using that tractor, and I've almost got it under control. There's another Durango for scrap. We bought it for scrap, or not scrap, but parts. Okay, so here is the donor truck. Here's the donor truck. Don't pay attention to the hood. We switched the hoods out with a different truck. Yeah, so that's all you can tell. I mean, there's not much. So I can get you a wide view now. It won't let me zoom out. But there's not much left for me to be able to show it to you. But I guess you can probably tell by the body style better than the engine bay. So there's the front. Of course, the bed's been messed with, but that's the side profile. The interior. Oh, that's where I got the VIN from that I gave to you just a minute ago. I didn't see anything different that I didn't see earlier. Move this. That's what the seat looks like. No plates on the doors. Man, that rusted all to hell down there. Here's the driver's side. I'll back up if I don't get snake bit or fall in a hole. Wish it was clear. It won't focus. There we go. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 lugs in the back. Better view of the instrument cluster. See, I can't get the door to open on this side. It's all rusted shut. No. Let's see if I can find something to poke in there and open that. In case there's a. Of course, the only bolt I can find is a damn U-bolt. It's been years since this has been open. See if I can find something straight. I think that might have been the original hood. And there's the side skirts for the door, or for the back. He used to have, and I wish he would have kept this, man. He's had some of the coolest cars and trucks. This was a Datsun, which Datsun later became Nissan. He had a Datsun 20 is either 28 horsepower or 60. It was 60 horsepower. It had a badge, big ass badge. I've got it someplace proudly displaying how many horsepower it had. But he took it apart like it wasn't nothing. I was like, I cannot believe you cut that thing in half. I was like, I would have kept it. It had the tiniest little cab in the front. It looked like a toy. Like they were tiny. It was like, have you ever seen the K trucks that they're starting to bring in from Japan right now? K-E-I, you ought to look them up. I don't know. Me and you probably couldn't fit in one together if we wanted to go down the road. I don't know why I'm going towards the Durango. I was trying to find something to poke with. There we go. Some property stakes. I hope this works. We'll set you down. May even be locked, and I ain't got nothing with me to unlock it. Yeah. Nope, it ain't happening. That's it. That's the rear end. I finally found the power of the bladed weed eater. I love it. Should have come up today. I've been trying to make some money. I got a car payment or two to make. But I would have put all that behind me just to hang out with you. While I'm here, I want to show you something. We're already up here in a minute, and we're already 15 minutes long. There's an old coal bank back in there. We'll look at that sometime when you come up here. You can go back in there a long way. It used to be an old mine. That's a gas road. There's a bunch of gas pumps or wells up there. And I'm breaking my neck right here. Let's see. I'm gonna take these logs here and put them in that dip down there and cover them up with dirt. That way it's no longer the low spot. But this is where we've come to shoot, is up here. This thing goes probably close to 300 yards. I'd say, I think. We never measured it out. But me and my brother, you see that circle right there? Me and my brother was on four-wheelers one time, two of them, when we were like, I mean, this has been 20 years ago, doing donuts right there, and the grass never did grow back. Where they use that old fescue stuff for the mines, that'll grow on literally a rock. Well, they never did grow back. Which my grandpa reminds me of that every time we come up here. Oh. Now you want to talk about a rough ride, is up there. But there's a lot of big places. If you got a side-by-side or some type of four-wheeler or something kind of off-road, I got us some good trails over here, man, that we can go on, which I'm sure you got trails over there too. But these are some, I mean, if you didn't want to see civilization for a while, you could certainly do it. I'll come up here just WFO wide fucking open. I'd like to get a dirt bike. Yeah, there's that pond. There's that pond. There's a crane, like the bird, a crane, comes up here and eats all our fish. When I had money, I offered to get it fully stocked from my papaw, but he wouldn't let me do it. We got this playhouse thing here. We was going to turn into a chicken coop. We got it, set it up. Dug this place out right here for them to put it in there. And then they decided they didn't want the chickens. Waste them time, effort, money. But yeah, I guess that's all I could get for you. There's the body styles and the VINs off of the two. Whatever the VIN it looks like or is. All this stuff I hear, like I said, we're gonna have a yard sale. See if the lights are on out here. No, they're off. But all my old or duplicate tools. Can't really sell all those. That's my grandpa's 1960. I think he told me today it was a 60, but I thought he's told me before it was a 63. Austin Healey 3000 that he had. It usually had like a little piddly inline 6 or an inline, yeah, it's inline 6 stuffed in this tiny little engine bay. Not important, but anyway, he had a 289 that he had modified and stuffed in there out of a Mustang, and he did body work, so he molded all these lines in there and stuff, and he was going to give it to me when I got older. I had all these plans set up, all these different options that we could do, and he said he was afraid I'd get hurt in it. Now he's selling it. So I've been sitting in this seat since I was like 4 years old, and now he's decided to let money, because I've had cars with plenty of horsepower. I mean, here's the damn turbo off of my SRT4 that I had maybe 320 horsepower, which I know ain't a lot, but the car didn't weigh much at all, so I've had plenty of horsepower. I ain't afraid of horsepower. Plus, if it was something that he gave me, I'm not gonna wreck it, at least not intentionally. Got a poker table under there trying to sell, I sell. Bunch of junk. I love that seat right there. Yeah, so this is my grandparents' house. All this stuff is for sale. Normally it don't look like this. I try to keep it. I gotta cut grass all the damn time. Got these 2 4-wheelers. I'm trying to work on right now also. Foreman will not start. Won't even crank. Something's wrong with the starter solenoid. The Rincon has got some kind of electrical issue. It'll run. It's electrical and it's a carburetor issue, or it might be both. They're computerized. This one's injected. This one's carbureted. So this one will run when you're wide open. It runs well. Will not idle. Will not do partial throttle. And of course, this one don't run at all. It's getting ready to rain. There's my mixed gas I was looking for earlier. There's my swimming pool. I did have it filled up with water. I gave the dogs a bath, so I decided to take the water out. Look at all these plants are starting to wilt and shit. Had to water the flowers with the water. So here's my doggy Luna chewing up everything. She's having some psychological issues, ain't you, Luna girl? She had she's chewing up everything, but she had puppies. Well, actually, she showed up here. She's bony, like super bony. And I was like, no, you're staying here. So I got her. We got her healthy. And just as soon as she got healthy, she ended up having puppies. And which drained her dry again. See, she's very much on the thin side. And, but she had like 7 or 8 pups. So, there's just so much going on here. Can't have that many pups. So we had to get rid of them. So we had those chickens here. And they were shitting everywhere. On the porch, didn't matter what you did. They found a way in. They're pooping on every car we had, in the garage, outside the garage. So then we got rid of the chickens. So now I think she's pouting and acting out by chewing on things. Like, you seen that? I petted her. She loves me. And went over here and laid in the grass. You hurt my feelings. Doggies can hurt people's feelings, you know. Oh, look at that. A tick. Just to set things off. That's the third one I found on me in 2 days. Oh, get off of me. I gotta go.